Okay, folks. Well, here's to it. I just was lucky enough and took the time to get the old third COVID shot. And I know some of my friends out there, some are pretty outspoken that they're very against this vaccine and so forth. But here's to you. Um, look, I can understand the paranoia and I can understand the frustration and I can understand why people wouldn't want to get this COVID shot. I actually do because I go down that road a lot myself with videos and counterintelligence or whatever you want to call it, information that not everything is on the up and up all the time, but the thing that I keep going back to and the reason why I'm getting vaccinated and why the reason why I share that I am getting vaccinated is because I figure that if the far left or the middle left, whatever you want to call it, the current president, and then the right wing, the former president, if they're all getting this vaccine, then obviously they all disagree on things, but they all agree to get the vaccine. Why shouldn't I? You know what I mean? If oh, just name names, I guess. If Biden and Kamala and you know Trump and Pence, they're all getting the vaccine, this COVID vaccine, if that's what they're getting, unless they're faking it, and all these different people from different sides are getting it. I guess I'd rather get it than not. So I do have friends that are very outspoken, and some of these issues were like people are losing their jobs or whatever because they're not getting vaccinated. Yeah, there's some real topics there, and Kyrie Irving's in the news for not getting the vaccine, and he's kind of hurting his teammates, the Brooklyn Nets, but he wants to make a bigger point. And I was watching Stephen A. Smith on First Take. This is a sports show for those that don't watch sports, but Kyrie Irving is a famous basketball player, great basketball player, but he's got a lot of kind of, you know, left of center or right of center thoughts about flat earth society and so forth. So Kyrie is not playing basketball right now, and he's kind of leaving his new teammates. I believe it's Kevin Durant and James, is it Russell Westbrook, if I have that right? But they're trying to win a championship in Brooklyn, trying to be like a Miami Heat of 10 years ago when they had LeBron and, you know, Chris, what's the guy's name? And Dwayne Wade. They're trying to be like a super team. I really should have saved some water just for drinking. But in any event, folks, I did my part. I feel like I chose a side here. And look, we don't all know where this is going to go down. I mean, if you're right, and I'm talking about certain friends of mine who think that everyone who got a vaccine is going to be dead in 2 years. If you're right, then you'll have my videos to remember me, right? You can look back and say, gee whiz, we pulled one over on old Messier because he got this damn vaccine and we didn't. I'm making my drink here. So here I am in Rhode Island, folks. Here's to that. And I've actually had a pretty good day. Yesterday was not so good. Um, I won't get into the brutal details, but with these vaccines, sometimes you have to get these tests and everything, and sometimes companies and situations where you're supposed to get this test, it is a pain in the ass, to be quite honest with you. So showing patience and all that good stuff that I normally don't have for the world, it's a challenge. I don't like to be encumbered. I don't like to be paused by anybody. So when you have to wait for things and places where they're doing testing, they close early, like happened to me yesterday. It was a Sunday. It was not an ideal to be doing that stuff, but I was kind of put in a situation. Anyway, you just have to, you or me or anyone has to just be patient with the process and all that stuff. And when you think about it, you see the state of the world right now. We have to remember these first world problems that we have in the big picture. I just got this COVID shot, and I thanked the lady who gave me the shot. I thanked her twice. I said, thanks, for the shot. And then I said, Thanks for being on the front lines. Because even these pharmacists, God, even these pharmacists that are doing their jobs, they have to wear these masks all day, and they're dealing with people, and they don't know if the people they're dealing with have COVID or not. And, take that to the next level with the nurses, especially. I mean, the doctors and the nurses, but, the nurses never really get their full due. I was in a medical facility, as Junior would say, a few years ago, and I really did kind of notice, man, these nurses, they're like the bread and butter of this whole operation. I mean, the doctors get all the credit and respect. And I always think of Tom Cruise in that movie, Eyes Wide Shut, where he's so proudly boasting to anyone that'll listen, I'm a doctor. If you ever saw Eyes Wide Shut, it's kind of a running thing that Tom Cruise's character just walks around like a peacock throughout the town saying, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. Well, you never really hear a nurse say, I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse. You know what I mean? But maybe they should, because these nurses, they work so hard. So what I'm having right now, in case you're wondering, is this protein powder and peanut butter shake, the Hemalix, Helamix. Want to get in touch with my buddy there, Mark, who really came through with the Mike Messier gift box. I'm gonna get Mark a special gift as a thanks, because I don't know if we'll run into each other anytime soon. He's in the panhandle of Florida, which is you know what I mean. But if you watch that video, the mystery gift box, boy, did that guy set me up. So I want to give him a special shout out once again. I haven't been doing as many road trip videos, just because I really needed to get to where I'm going on time. But after today, maybe starting tomorrow, I'll be doing a few more videos. There is, for pro wrestling fans, it's been an exciting week. I still have to catch up on some of this AEW stuff. Although I did notice that tournament with a very interesting Bryan Danielson, I should say, versus Dustin Rhodes match. Should be very interesting. And so on and so forth. Now, if anyone has a comment, you're welcome to comment. I really should have gotten a goddamn glass of water before I started this video. I thought I had achieved that, but apparently I have the chokies. So I'm choking. And unfortunately, this type of drink doesn't really fix the chokies. You might be saying, well, gee whiz, Mike, what's the chokies? It's basically when you're choking, okay? So, in other fucking news, yes, I did shave off my mustache. Some people were wondering, Mike, you look so much different. I think I prefer the mustache look. There was a reason to shave the mustache. At times, I just feel like the mustache gets a little too wild, and I can try to do a nice trim. But at times, it's just better to shave the fucker off and let it grow back. That's one thing I've learned about facial hair with me in my life, that it tends to grow back. Okay. Johnny Z had a very cruel comment about my hair the other day, wondering if I was shaving my head. No, Johnny, it's just the Hogan disease. Okay, brother? What can I tell you? I'm doing the best I can with what I have. I'm doing the best I choose to do, Johnny. So, any effing way. I can't really, there's a bunch of movies people have been saying, AJ and others have been saying, have you seen the new Halloween Kills movie? Where I'm at right now, there used to be 2 movie theaters, one up the street and one down the street. But as far as I know, they're not in business. They're victims of this worldwide pandemic. Apparently, one of the movie theaters will be coming back strong soon, which I'm excited for, with a new ownership, a new company. I was here in April in Rhode Island, folks. By the way, if any of my real life friends are here in Rhode Island, I am available for discussion and so forth, lunch and other excitement. People get upset sometimes. Why didn't you tell me you're coming through town? Well, it's all very rush. It's all very quick. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't be all things to all people, but trust me, if you're here and you know me, you can contact me. I'll try to work you into my busy schedule. But it's just one of those deals where, if I haven't been in touch with you in a while on a personal level, I can't be held accountable for that. And then let's be honest, half the time people say, "Oh, let me know when you're coming into town." When you get into town, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Have you noticed that? People always give you that song and fucking dance. Oh, when you come into town, let me know. Then you get into town, you let them know, and suddenly they don't care. Any fucking way. So that's it. But God, I just really had a very productive first half of the day. I did everything I was supposed to do. There was all these fucking situations. I guess I'll give a corporate shout out to this Walgreens because two Walgreens today helped me very much. I mean, look, what can I tell you? They were there. The people were nice and everything got taken care of. I mean, I really had some 5-star service today. It's nice when you can kind of look back at things and say, okay, this person actually did help me out. This person helped me out. You know what I mean? Yesterday, I went to a restaurant, Cello's. You might have seen the ice cream sundae video, but I used to go to Cello's all the time. In fact, one of my short films, Thanksgiving, which you're happy to watch here on Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel for free. Thanksgiving was actually fucking underwritten, sponsored by Cello's, the food catering. So you can watch that movie in Cello's, great place. I had all these points accumulated. I had like $23 worth of points accumulated. So I basically ate for free. Thanks to the waitress who looked up all my names and phone numbers. I have like 10 phone numbers and 5 addresses. She was able to get me this meal pretty much free. So I gave her a nice big tip and so forth. So there you have it, folks. Excitement, getting things accomplished, getting things done. I feel like I'm kind of 3/4 the way there. And I'll be honest, in this time of worldwide pandemic, when everyone's suffering and miserable, I think I've done okay for myself. You know what I mean? I've acted now, and this will be the 3rd movie that I've done for friends of mine. I've been, coming to Rhode Island, Pennsylvania a year ago. What a fast year that went by. To The Seduction of Distance, a short film that I did on my own. I'll be working with my longtime editor buddy, Tim, this week. Very excited. And so on and so forth and so on and so forth. So, here's the thing. I feel like I've done my part. I've gotten these vaccines. And I feel, I hate to see it. What's his name? Colin Powell passed away today. He was fully vaccinated, passed away. So I get that. And it's sad. I still feel good about getting the vaccine, though. Some people might use that as fuel. Look, folks, we're in a tough time. That's the bottom line. We're in a fucking tough time. So do what you feel like doing. But for me, I feel like getting these vaccines. I feel like getting these boosters. I feel like being whatever I can do to defend myself. And if I'm choosing what turns out to be the incorrect choice, I guess I'll pay the fucking price. But, from all the video evidence I've seen, I'm making the right choice. So what can I tell you? I'm doing my part. I don't want to get this. I don't want to spread it to other people. I don't want them to spread it to me. I'm doing what I can. So, and you know what? Even fucking old school folks, double masking. You know what I mean? Like, if one mask works well, 2 must work great. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I don't like it any more than you do. You know what I mean? What we have here is failure to communicate. I don't like it any more than you do. I don't like seeing children in masks, first of all, because I feel bad. I don't like seeing people and employees of companies in masks. I feel bad for them that their breathing's inhibited. I wonder if, I have these fucking questions in my mind too. Are we going to come out and say, oh, all these masks cause respiratory problems from people and all this other shit? But, if you look at countries like the Asian countries, Japan and so forth, they've been incorporating this mask routine for years. And the flu numbers apparently went down last year because of all the masking. So I'm not a huge masking advocate, but I'm not a huge masking oppositional person either. One way that I do business, folks, is I put a mask on when I go into a public restroom. If I go into a public restroom, I put the mask on. I bring with me a mask and probably start doing two, because I feel like when you're in a restaurant and you're at your own table, and hopefully there's some ventilation in the restaurant, that you'll be okay. But if you go into the public restroom, there's all that germs and stuff in there. It's disgusting. And I feel like if people go in there and they do whatever god awful things they do in there, they sneeze and so forth, it's best to wear a mask in the public restroom. That's my comfort level. I'm sure other people are hardcore fucking maskers. They want a mask when they're driving their own car. I don't do that for the most part. I don't do that. They feel like they've got to wear a mask and they got a fist pound. And, look, you know what I mean? Somebody shook my hand the other day. I was very shocked. It's like been a year since I shook a stranger's hand. But we all have to do what we have to do. But I'm just encouraging everybody to be calm about this. But don't forget, like, this COVID shit is still here. We're not past this thing. It hasn't gone fully away. We're still dealing with it. You know what I mean? So there you have it, folks. In case you're wondering what this Mike's Meals is, this is a protein shake. It's a Garden of Life Sport vegan protein powder and powdered peanut butter. It's a good combo. I enjoy it. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. People might watch this video and they feel like they're being judged or they're being criticized or critiqued. Hey, look, I'm just saying my fucking opinion. You're welcome to state yours. I'm not going to hashtag anybody. I'm just doing my goddamn thing. Okay, subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. Thanks.